Welcome to Vikings football with head coach Bruce Barnum as the Vikings get ready for another road contest this week. Portland State traveling to Northern Arizona. Haven't played there in 7 years. The Vikings and the Lumberjacks will kick it off at 4 p.m. You can watch that game on Pluto TV. You can also listen to the live audio. Just go to govikes.com, follow the links on the schedule to the live audio. And, Coach, the Vikings in a pretty good place right now. Winners of their last 3 games, but a different challenge, a team we haven't seen much of in recent years, and as I said, haven't been to Northern Arizona in 7 years. So talk about maybe the challenges of playing there at 7,000 feet.
There's a lot more challenges in the altitude. They're a good football team, Mike. Good coaching staff. I've known half of them at least for many moons. And not being there, it's unique. It's just because of how the conference is made up. But 7 years is a long drought, from not playing one of your opponents in conference. So none of our players have been there, not one. But our coaches have, and it's a tough place to play. And add how they're playing, it's going to be a challenge.
All right, we'll talk a little bit more about Northern Arizona in a moment. Let's talk about the Vikings. Another win, this time at Northern Colorado. The Vikings get that elusive road victory. They've had a tough road schedule, but they finally got one. And, Coach, a trend is beginning to form here with the Vikings, and that is getting off to good starts. Another really good start at Northern Colorado, and I know you're going to lend a lot of that to a very effective running game.
It was. The running game helped get out of there with a win, Mike, but the fast start, yes. We got to get rid of that muddy middle now, but we preached that since we went to Idaho State, and we felt it bit us that game. But the kids have responded, and I liked how they responded in the end after we did. We got a little muddy in the middle of that game. Northern Colorado got after it and got the momentum back, but the fast start and the turnovers will help us.
All right, in that running game, Sergio Hoffman, 221 yards, most rushing yards by a Viking in 4 years, and I know you've been looking for him to kind of have a game like that since he came to the Park Blocks.
He's getting. What I like about Sergio, he's getting better every week, Mike. We think he's a dynamic football player. His speed, he's physical. When you tackle him, he's hard to tackle, and you don't want to tackle him that 15th time because it gets to be kind of a grind. But it's good to see him be able to pick up, what's being given on the field, because our offensive line, tight ends, are doing a nice job blocking. Everybody says that, but even our receivers. You watch some of those runs, and our receivers are downfield blocking. So there's a lot that goes into Sergio's yards. But to see him collect them like that, it's pretty impressive.
And on defense, the Vikings last week gave up 30 points. Not quite the same defensive game they had the week before, but they came up with big plays, and I know how important that can be. And you had to move some guys around on defense, and as luck would have it, the guys you moved were the guys that made the big plays. Freshman Greg Oliver comes in, makes a key interception late in the second quarter in his first career start, and then Anthony Adams gets moved over to free safety, and he makes an interception late in the game that basically sealed the game. So talk about how big plays are, and the fact that the Vikings' turnover margin is at +8 now in the last 6 weeks.
The +8, you're going to win games, or at least be in them. When you're -8, that's when things are getting muddy and everybody's complaining to each other. But like I said, that muddy middle, Greg helped us early with that one, the defense did. But to see Anthony, we moved him to free safety because of a couple guys dinged up. But to see him seal the game on a play like that, I mean, he's impressive. He's playing great football right now. I think he's leading the country, Mike, and catching them or tipping them or something.
That's right. Anthony Adams, the leader in the nation in passes defended. He has 15 this season. Now, you referenced that muddy middle. The Vikings had a big lead early and then some struggles in the middle, a turnover, and then Northern Colorado's offense got going. Talk about how your team kind of got through that rough part and was able to hang on and seal the win.
They saw Coach Barnum mad, fumbling on the goal line. I kind of raised my voice on that when they say, but, we had to get a composure back. And I liked how, the offense came out late in the game. We were able to run the football. to burn that clock and not give it back to Northern Colorado. And then the stops. And there's a critical stop in there, and the catch, the interception by Anthony. That was huge. It allowed us to win that part of the game, that into the fourth quarter, and put that game away and get out of there with a W. It was fun. It was an emotional roller coaster, momentum roller coaster, I should say. But to see our guys settle down at the end and come out and grab a win, that was good. That was cool.
All right, now let's talk about Northern Arizona. And when you talk about the Lumberjacks, you got to start with the quarterback, Case Cookus, one of the very best in the entire nation. Northern Arizona just 3-4 on the season, but you look at their schedule and their 4 losses all on the road, and to the likes of Arizona, nationally ranked Illinois State, nationally ranked Montana State, nationally ranked Weber State. So this is a formidable team, especially when you got a guy like Cookus calling the shots.
They are. I mean, in Case Cookus is just look at the numbers. I'm lucky enough I had a chance to meet him a few moons ago, and he's a leader. He's a big, tall, great feet, big arm quarterback who's a great part of their offense, and honestly part of the Big Sky. He's representing the Big Sky right now. I think he's leading the world and the universe in passing numbers, and that's good to have that in the Big Sky. A caliber athlete like that. I don't want to play against him, but to have him in the conference is good. Gets the conference known, but stopping him impossible. Try to slow him down, try to confuse him, but I think he's been there now for 12 years, so he's tough to beat. He's tough to beat. So we're gonna go down there and go up there, I guess, right? The school by the big hole in the ground, and just try to keep Case off the field, honestly.
All right, now you reference keeping Case off the field, and that's something the Vikings have done very well, controlling time of possession. Did it again last week at Northern Colorado, and one of the best in the nation at that. And I have to believe it's going to be about the running game for the Vikings again this week. Get the ball on the ground, run some clock, and try to keep that Northern Arizona offense off the field as much as possible.
Yeah, we're thinking about starting. If we happen to get up by even a safety, we're going to go in 4-minute mode just to get Case. Try to let Case watch the game, but no, I mean, the kids have been playing well in those situations. Our quarterback is a big part of that, because he knows what time of the game we need to do that, and we've been lucky in the last few to be up, so you're in that mode of not having to throw the football, and when you can run it, we're going to. That's essentially who we are.
All right, and finally on Case Cookus, what are some of the things the Vikings can do, maybe other than keeping him off the field, confuse the guy a little bit on the field, or getting to him, putting pressure on him? Are there any weaknesses there?
No, you can't confuse Case Cookus. He's like Spider-Man. He's got those senses. You think you got him sacked, he's out the back door. You show him cover 2 or 4 and roll the 1, and he laughs at you. But he's good, Mike. He'll be playing beyond college. So you got to make a decision. Are we going man? Are we going to keep everything in front of us? Give him the underneath stuff and not let him hurt you. In one play. There's a lot of decisions that go into a game like this, but you can't say enough about Case.
All right, keys to victory for the Vikings as they try to get 4 in a row at Northern Arizona.
Turnovers. I think you get tired of me saying that, but being +8, it shows.
Seems to be working so far.
It is. Knock on wood. Get some turnovers, be able to run the football, because we have to burn it. Like, I don't want to. If we can take one series away from the mighty Cookus, it'll help. That and on the road, we want to be able to run the football.
All right, the Vikings 5-3 on the season, 3-1 in the Big Sky as they travel to Northern Arizona this Saturday. Again, game time 4 p.m. You can watch it on Pluto TV. You can hear it at GoVikes.com. For all your information on Vikings football, go to GoVikes.com.